Hola, fifth grade. Or is it sixth grade? 5 3/4 grade? I don't know. Well, welcome back. Have a question for you guys. What is 6 plus 2? Hmm. If you guessed 8, I say that you're right. But I have another question for you. What is 2/10 plus 6/10? Hmm. That's what we're going to be talking about today. All right. So what we're going to be doing today is adding decimals. This is another review. All right. Our essential question is, how does place value knowledge help when adding decimals? So we're going to use our place value chart actually to introduce this lesson. And if you don't remember the question, it was, what is 2/10 plus 6/10? Okay, so we're going to look at the 2/10 here, all right, on the place value charts. I'm going to put 2 discs in the tenths place, all right. Now, I'm going to go down a block, and I'm going to add 6 more. Okay. Now, our question was, what is 2/10 plus 6/10? Well, we know that 2 plus 6 is 8. So, 2/10 plus 6/10. Go ahead and give me your best shot in the comment section. Go ahead and pause the video. All right. If you said 8/10, you are correct. 2/10 plus 6/10 is 8/10. Now, let's look at this in standard form so we'll know what we're actually working with today. All right. So in standard form, 2/10 is 0 in the ones place, decimal point, and the number 2 in the tenths place. All right. And we follow the same pattern for 6/10. All right. Now, we said that 2/10 plus 6/10 is 8, right? No, it's not just 8 because we have to carry our units. That's correct. And we see that best if we skip down to unit form, where we can actually write these out again. So let's write them out again as 2/10 plus 6/10. I don't know why, but unit form has always been my favorite form. Equals 8/10. I guess I think it looks cool or something. All right. All right. So the unit that we're working with right now, the place value unit, is tenths, right? So we're not just going to write 8 and not write 8/10 because 8 is a number by itself. It's a whole number. All right. So if you just put 8, you're wrong because we assume that that's just 8 ones. Okay. So instead, we're going to put 0.8, which is the standard form for 8/10. Okay. So let's hit our essential question. How does place value knowledge help when you're adding decimals? Right? When we use the place value chart, how did that affect how you knew what to do? Go ahead and put that in the comment section. All right, in the gym, we call that a warm up. Okay, so let's get to a bigger set of numbers. Right? Let's try 1 8/10 plus 13/10. All right. So we're going to use the place value chart again. All right. This time I want you to notice that I'm going to start in the tens place and I'm going to put my 8/10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. In here is the number 1. So it's 1 8/10. So I need to put a disc in the ones place. All right. Next, I'm going to represent my 13/10. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay. Some red flags should be going off in your mind right now because I just put 13/10, 13 discs in the tenths place. What could I have done differently? Where do you think this is going? Go ahead and pause the video and put that in the comment section. That's right. I can bundle this 10 together and bring it to the ones place as 1. Okay? So just like we did the last, what was it, 2/10 plus 6/10 equals 8/10, we're going to add these together also, knowing that we no longer have those separate tenths here because we translated them over into the ones column as 1. All right? So let's go. Okay? We have 1, 2 in the ones column. And let's see how many we have in the tenths column first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay? 9, 10, 11. Wow. Okay, so we have more than 10 in the tenths column again once we add the tenths place together. And so what are we going to do again? We're going to bundle again. So we can put those down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. But we know that 10 of these are now going to be going over into the ones column. All right. So when we add it together, we're going to actually have 3 in the ones place and 1 remaining in the tenths place. So 1 8/10 plus 13/10 equals, that's right, 3 1/10. Right? So let's write the whole thing over again in standard form. Now, the 13 tenths is going to look different. Do you know how it's going to look different? That's right. It's going to now be 1 and 3 tenths because 13 tenths is just 1 and 3 tenths written in unit form. But now we've written it in standard form. All right? And so we know now that 1 and 8 tenths plus 1 and 3 tenths equals 3 and 1 tenth. Now, how does place value knowledge help when you're adding these decimals together? If you've changed your answer or you want to add to your answer, go ahead and pause the video and add that in the comment section below. All right, we're going to do one more, okay? 3 tenths plus 82 hundredths. All right. We're going to use our place value chart again, but this time we're not going to use the discs. Notice that for 3 tenths, I'm just going to put a 0 in the ones place, and I'm going to write a 3 in the tenths place. For 82 hundredths, I'm going to place a 0 in the ones place again, a 8 in the tenths place, and a 2 in the hundredths place, because it's 82 hundredths. Okay. Now, our goal for today is still adding decimals. All right. So yes, we want to add these numbers together. Right. Now, if you remember about place value, it's helping you when you add using the standard algorithm in a certain type of way. And we're going to explore that a little bit. Okay. If I wrote 3 tenths plus 82 hundredths as a standard algorithm of addition, this is what it would look like. However, there's something missing. If you notice, there's a difference between this expression and the expressions that we've worked with before. One thing that you may have noticed is that the digits lined up. Well, these digits don't exactly line up. At first, we were adding ones and ones, and then tenths place and tenths place. Now we're doing an addition problem that consists of tenths place to hundredths place. So what could we do here? Pause the video, add a comment at the bottom. What do you think is going to happen? That's right. After we line our decimal places, all right, what we could do here is just add a 0, a placeholder 0, over the 2. Behind the 3. Does it change the value of this number? No, it doesn't. This still reads 3 tenths. In fact, you could say 30 hundredths, but this 0 doesn't change the value. It was already 30 hundredths. So let's add. What's 0 plus 2? 2. What's 8 plus 3? Well, that's 11. And if you remember our bundling and unbundling, that's exactly what we're doing here. So I'm going to carry this over into the ones place, okay? And I'm going to bring down my decimal. Right? So the answer is 1 and 12 hundredths. How do you think the place value knowledge helped you when you were adding with this problem? Go ahead and post in the comments below. Also, I'm going to add in the description some more equations, and I want you to solve those. I'm going to add about 3. And I want you to follow the link that I provide to Khan Academy for additional practice and support.